Yeah, hi there. These comments, I'm going to just use your initials, DMAB, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. So you just sent me an email a while back here. So you said, I am an assistant lecturer at Agricultural Zoology and Nematology Department in Cairo, Egypt. And you want to improve your English skills. So your goal is to get a PhD here in the United States. And your question is, how many hours or days are required at least to make me get the scores over 100? Good question. All right, so your reading score is 10 points. Your listening score, you have 9 points out of 30. Your speaking is 17 out of 30. So you have 15 points out of 30 on the writing for a total of 51. So you want to go from 51 to 100. So my best guess right now for you is you're looking at about 6 months to 1 year of very serious study. So probably closer to a year. So you should probably be studying about 3 to 4 hours every day, working on improving your academic English language abilities. And I have really 3 suggestions. I have 3 specific things I think you can do that will make a very big difference in your academic English language proficiency. Number 1, stay in the habit of reading every day for about 45 to 60 minutes. This is very important. You can choose news like newspapers, you can read magazines and also books. But read topics in which you have an interest because you're less likely to burn out, you're more likely to stay motivated if you read those types of materials. Secondly, you should also be practicing your listening skills. They're all not good right now. So you have to improve your listening comprehension also. My recommendation is you can focus on news, science, history, and maybe documentary type programs. Now, if you don't have English TV, I have 3 websites that I think are helpful for you. The first website is National Public Radio. The second website is TED Talks. The third website is Randall's Cyber Listening Lab. So you get some really good practice in those 3 areas, and that's going to have a really big impact, I think, on your academic English language proficiency. Now, as you're doing your reading and listening practice, get in the habit of note-taking. Every time, focus on the main and the most important supporting points of those reading and listening passages. Then, using your notes, you want to write and speak about this information. Now, in the case of writing, I recommend that you do about 3 250-word academic summaries each week. That's about 750 words toward your integrated writing practice. Secondly, you should also practice speaking about this information. My recommendation is maybe 3 to 5 60-second oral summaries each week. I think that's also going to be very helpful for you based on your current academic English language abilities. So right now you're doing some reading, some listening practice, you're writing and speaking about the information. Remember, you should record your voice when you do those oral responses so you can listen to your recordings again. You can focus on either delivery, maybe any language use problems you might have, and also with your topic development. Now here's my third suggestion. So right now, my first 2 suggestions, this is probably going to keep you busy for about 2 hours every day for the next 6 months to a year. Now, the third suggestion is I want you to go through the lessons in my online TOEFL course, and first of all, focus on the first 3 sections. You want to focus on the vocabulary, pronunciation, and the grammar sections. You should probably just stay in this part of my course for about 3 months. Make sure you master all the vocabulary, you've worked really hard on the pronunciation, and you've done all of the grammar practice exercises. That's the first thing. The second thing, you can take another 1 or 2 months and you can go through the reading and the listening sections of my course. And finally, once you've done that, and the next maybe 1 or 2 months after that, you can certainly focus on the speaking and the writing parts of my course. So I think if you do that, that's going to give you another 2 hours a day. So now you're doing maybe 4 hours every day for the next 6 months to a year on directly improving your academic English language abilities. And guess what? Your score is going to go up, 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 and up. It's going to take time, but you will get to where you want to be probably in 6 months to a year if you follow the suggestions in this video. Now, if you like, from time to time, maybe you might set a goal about every 3 months. You can take a full-length IBT practice test so you can mark your score. There's really 3 benefits of taking a full-length IBT practice test. Number 1, you get more familiar with the structure and the format of the TOEFL IBT, which is a good thing. Number 2, you develop the strength and the stamina that you need to complete a 5-hour English exam, so that's important. That gives you some really good experience there. Number 3, you actually mark your progress and you become more familiar with your strengths and your weaknesses in the 4 sections of the test, namely reading, listening, speaking, and writing. So those are my recommendations for you based on the information you're giving me in this particular email. All right, so there you go. So remember, for you, this is a journey. The journey will take some time. If you're patient, you will reach the goal at the end of your journey. The question is, exactly how long is it going to take? And nobody can know exactly the answer to that question, but my best guess would be 6 months to a year. All right, thank you.